Have you ever wondered if you might be living in a way that will guarantee you many years ahead? You know that feeling that some people seem to have discovered the secret to longevity, while others age quickly. The most common mistake many people make is thinking that only genetics determines how long we'll live. Today, I'll reveal 7 surprising signs that indicate you're on the right track for a long and healthy life after 70. And the 6th sign will completely surprise you. Many people don't even imagine how this simple habit can add years to your life. If you incorporate at least 4 of these signs into your daily routine, the chances of reaching 90 with health and energy increase significantly. Sign 1. You maintain long-lasting friendships, those friendships you've been cultivating for decades. It turns out they might be one of the greatest indicators of longevity that exist. People who are socially isolated have a 50% higher risk of premature death compared to those who maintain strong social connections. The problem is that as we age, we tend to reduce our social circle. Children move away, friends pass on, and that support network we had becomes increasingly smaller. The impact on health is impressive. Social isolation increases the risks of depression, heart problems, and even dementia. What can you do? Try to maintain regular contact with at least 3 close friends. A weekly call, a monthly coffee, or even that WhatsApp conversation makes all the difference. Another tip is to participate in community groups, such as book clubs, neighborhood associations, or church activities. Sign 2. You laugh frequently. And you know what's even more interesting? People who laugh a lot tend to live longer. A study conducted with centenarian elderly people showed that good humor and the ability to see humor in everyday situations were common characteristics among them. When we stop laughing, our body feels it immediately. Laughter releases endorphins, reduces stress hormones like cortisol, and even strengthens the immune system. Without these daily laughs, our body becomes more vulnerable to diseases and accelerated aging. To incorporate more laughter into your life, try watching comedies that really make you laugh out loud, not just smile. Cultivate friendships with humorous people and try to see the funny side of difficult situations. A trick that works very well is keeping a funny moments diary. Write down amusing situations that happen in your daily life. Sign 3. You sleep. Well, quality sleep is one of the clearest signs of longevity, but it's also one of the most neglected. People who sleep between 7 to 8 hours a night with deep and restorative sleep have a much better chance of living beyond 85 years. The problem is that many think it's normal to sleep poorly after 70. It's not. Chronic insomnia, fragmented sleep, and untreated apnea accelerate cellular aging and dramatically increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. To improve your sleep, establish a relaxing nighttime routine. Turn off electronics, devices an hour before bed. Keep your room cool and dark, and avoid caffeine after lunch. A trick that works very well is doing 10 minutes of gentle stretching before going to bed. Sign 4. You walk quickly. Did you know that your walking speed can be one of the best predictors of how long you'll live? Geriatric doctors have been using this simple test for years. People who maintain a faster pace after age 70 have a significantly longer life expectancy. The problem occurs when we start to slow down without realizing it. Each decade that passes, we tend to reduce our speed by about 1 to 2%, which seems small but accumulates. This gradual reduction reflects loss of muscle mass, balance, and cardiovascular conditioning. A simple solution is to time how long it takes you to walk 400 meters, about 4 blocks. Try to gradually improve that time, even if just by a few seconds each week. Another tip is to alternate between slow and fast walking during your daily walks. Sign 5. You practice gratitude. The next item is something you might not immediately associate with longevity, but it's incredibly powerful. The practice of gratitude. Studies show that people who regularly express gratitude have lower levels of inflammation in the body, and chronic inflammation is one of the main factors in accelerated aging. When we spend the day complaining or focusing only on what's wrong, our body produces more cortisol and other stress hormones, which over time can damage our organs and systems. It's like a slow-acting poison. A practice I strongly recommend is writing down 3 things you're grateful for every day before going to sleep. It can be something simple like the bird that sang at my window or my grandchild's call. Another tip is to express gratitude directly to people. A simple, sincere thank you does good for both you and the receiver. True. Sign 6. You maintain regular physical activity. And now we come to the 6th sign, the one I mentioned at the beginning, and that surprises many people. Maintaining regular physical activity. What's surprising isn't that exercise is good. Everyone knows that. but that the type of exercise most beneficial for longevity after 70 isn't necessarily what you imagine. The common mistake is thinking that only light walks are sufficient. In fact, recent studies show that resistance exercises with weights or elastic bands have an even greater impact on longevity. People who maintain muscle strength after 70 have a 50% lower chance of premature death, regardless of other health factors. Loss of muscle mass, sarcopenia, is one of the main markers of aging and frailty. When we don't actively combat this, we quickly lose independence and quality of life. Start with simple exercises that use your own body weight, such as getting up from a chair 10 times in a row, 3 times a day. Gradually add small weights or elastic bands. Ideally, consult a physiotherapist or physical educator specialized in gerontology for a personalized program. Sign 7. You eat in moderation. The last sign, but definitely not least important, is something that blue zones, regions of the world with the highest concentration of centenarians, have in common: food moderation. It's not about restrictive diets, but rather a healthy relationship with food. Many people after 70 develop one of two problems. Either they eat too much, out of habit, loneliness, or medications that increase appetite, or they eat too little, due to chewing difficulties, decreased taste, or depression. Both extremes shorten life. The key is to stop eating when you're 80% full, a concept known as hara hachi bu by the inhabitants of Okinawa, Japan, who have one of the highest life expectancies in the world. Use smaller plates, eat slowly, and savor each bite. Another valuable tip is to maintain a colorful diet with at least 5 different colors of fruits and vegetables daily. So, recapping, the 7 signs that show you're on the path to a long life are maintaining lasting friendships, laughing frequently, sleeping well, walking quickly, practicing gratitude, maintaining regular physical activity, especially strength exercises, and eating in moderation. The most amazing thing is that none of these signs require extraordinary resources or immense sacrifices. They are small habits that, when consistently incorporated, can literally add years to your life and, more importantly, life to your years.